You're listening to Heroes in the Moment. What's up, heroes? I'm Michael.
And I'm Nathan.
And today we're breaking down the KRAVEN the Hunter trailer.
KRAVEN.
And I'm not going to lie, it does not look the greatest. To me, anyway.
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm not surprised. This is the Sonyverse, as we've come to expect. Their live action stuff, it just kind of falls apart really at kind of mid, some cool action.
I mean, it's cool that they're going the rated R route and that they're full on sending it, but the dialogue in this trailer was not very good.
No.
It's something we've seen before multiple times.
Yeah.
And it's not comic accurate at all.
It's not very creative or innovative.
So, I mean, we're going to watch it, we'll review it, but I'm not really looking forward to this particular movie. I like Aaron Taylor Johnson, but we'll see. So,
he looked cool.
He does look cool.
And
I mean,
love
the
him,
character looks cool.
Yeah.
But other stuff just kind of, it feels like another Morbius in the making, honestly. So it could be the best movie of all time.
Ooh, the sequel to the best movie of all time.
It could be. Watch it. So
You're right about that, man.
All right. So let's get into the trailer. All right, so it starts off, we see a lot of weird stuff happening. You see the spiders falling down. It's like Spider-Man reference.
I was kind of feeling the Morbius at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it felt very Morbius, but at the same time, it also felt very...
Like, I thought he was going to get his powers.
I know,
there. Like, with the
spiders.
I'm like, bro, what is this, like, just with bats with spiders now? I didn't really know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but... I don't know. I can't say. But next up, it starts off saying we see that KRAVEN, he's got his powers, which are weird because KRAVEN in the comics doesn't typically have powers like this.
Yeah.
In other renditions of the comics, he eats a plant and he gets like kind of like a venom, not venom, but a bane, and kind of gets like that charged up from eating this plant or whatever.
Black Panther kind of mess.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But in this particular scene, he's got full-on powers. He looks like Morbius again. He's got the vision. He can see around. Like,
yeah, dude. If the lion had like AIDS or something too, that would have been rather unfortunate.
That'd be very unfortunate.
But like that's just completely unrealistic. Like you're hunting a lion and the lion bleeds into your blood. It's like
so stupid. How does that didn't even happen in the comics. Like, why did you think that would be smart to do?
Like that. Man, I like realistic superhero movies.
Right.
I like at least when they're crazy, like they're supposed to be crazy, like Hulk. All right, that's not possible. But like, I don't know, characters like this are like they just get their powers the most forced and just unrealistic.
It's not realistic.
Lion's blood changes your DNA. Okay, sorry, my bad.
That was so
kind of same thing with Morbius.
Like that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
unless they explain it somewhere else. Like he had this like some chemical or something in his veins. I'm not exactly
or like
sure about.
They gotta explain like it's the lion is I don't know a powerful deity or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
it just seems dumb.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the whole power route. I'm not with it.
I'm not either. And then he runs and we see a lot of action. I mean, this movie looks pretty action packed. I mean, you see him jumping on these cars. You see him fighting around and, biting people's ears off. And then
I was like, yes,
I mean, that's cool. I love that aspect. It's cool. It seems like, very villainous and things like that, which was cool. And then we go to the past. We see Russell Crowe again. What's Russell Crowe doing here?
I know, man. Dude is just trying to secure the bag.
I guess so, and then retire. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
dude.
why would he choose to be in KRAVEN? Like, and then
I know.
he was in Thor: Love and Thunder.
It just seems like he's just accepting gigs
But
at this point.
Anyway, he seems like a jerk dad. And he's showing the son the way of the hunt. So I guess he's kind of a poacher, maybe, or something.
Nah, he wasn't a jerk. He's an alpha male.
You're right.
I left my wife because she wasn't a hunter like me.
Yep.
She was too weak.
Yep. She went crazy, so I sent her away and she died.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, son. You couldn't pull the trigger. We must leave you. Like, what?
Like, what's wrong with you?
This Father of the Year material.
He
right
is
here.
legitimately the best father I've ever seen in my entire life.
But I don't know about you, but I found the past scenes to be extremely uncompelling.
No, they
like
weren't.
the actors for the brothers. I didn't think they were great. I just felt like no connection or interest at all with it.
Not at all. I agree. And we see some more action, shooting some people. We see a lot of blood. So this movie's very bloody.
I know.
And gory.
They're really committing to it.
They're really committed to it.
I appreciate it.
And then we get your famous lion scene, which I still think, like, watching this, I was like, this is stupid. Like, there ain't no way you get cut and then a lion bleeds into you and you get lion powers. Like, that's stupid.
I know.
Like, KRAVEN's not even like that. He's supposed to be Russian too, and he's not Russian here.
I know.
I'm like,
so weird.
What are you doing? You're not even using your character. Like, this is like a new thing. That's why I'm gonna kind of watch this movie. Like, this is a new character. It's a new thing. It's not KRAVEN.
Yeah. Just the same name, but it's a completely different take
thing.
on what we see.
It is legitimately, and he gets attacked by the lion. The CGI doesn't look the best either.
No.
After that, he gets the lion's blood. The father's like, he's weak. He just anti-lion. Why are you
Give
saying
homie
he's weak?
a break or something?
What in the world?
He's weak.
Man, anyway.
Leave him like we left Gilma.
Oh man! And then we see KRAVEN getting all his knives together, and he's. I mean, that's more KRAVEN realistic, like having knives and then going after stuff and fighting like that. That's more realistic than lion powers, than being able to control animals like Aquaman. Except
dude's like Aquaman on land.
That's so stupid.
I know, it's weird.
Like it's not stupid because it's cool, like a cool set of powers, but it's not KRAVEN. Is what I'm trying to say. KRAVEN doesn't have these abilities, so like, why are you doing this?
And I do feel like that also cheapens the character too. It just kind of gives them more of a cop out. Like I think it's more interesting when our characters have to struggle and like get to where they are rather than just being blessed with these instant powers.
And I still like. I mean, I know you said that they're kind of diving more into the villain aspect, but at the same time, he's going after people like on his list, kind of like an Arrow situation.
I thought that too,
like an Arrow situation, but he's going after people that are bad. Yes. But that's still an anti-hero vigilante kind of way. I know. And I'm tired of them making...
He's still seeking justice.
Right. I'm tired of them making Spider-Man villains like this. Like Morbius, Venom, KRAVEN now. I mean, these are supposed to be villains,
Yeah.
Like, sure, they may have a few anti-hero tendencies, but they're villains at the end of the day.
Whereas Dr. Morbius is like a really kind person. He's always looking out for people.
And he's like, you wouldn't want to see me when I'm hungry.
You won't want to see him when I'm morbid.
It's Morbin time. And then he just, best movie of all time. Anyway. Anyway, and then we see
eye torture.
This cheesy bit of dialogue here that kind of made me mad. It's like, there's 6 of us. What are you going to do? And he's like, there's 6 now. And I was like,
first of all, I don't even understand what that means.
Well, there's 6 now. It means he's going to take them all out in just a minute. I mean, it's stupid.
It's dumb.
It's stupid is what it is. I'm like, Aaron Taylor Johnson, why are you saying this?
You should be like, it would have been a better line and be like, you know what? You're stupid poopy pants. Like, that's the same thing.
I know, like, there's 6 now, but there's not going to be soon. Like, what? Like, why are you saying that?
Man, and that doesn't fit KRAVEN's character at all.
No, it does not.
Like, he's a little dramatic, but like,
not like that.
Not to that extent.
But then he goes and kills people with his knives pretty sickly. And that stuff. I'm looking forward to action.
Looks great.
Like, the action looks cool. I'm excited for that. But the plot does not.
No. And of course, you have like the boring and relatively uninteresting love interest.
Oh, that's what I was getting ready to mention.
Like, why do they have to do that?
I know.
In every
you just
movie?
see this girl showing up, and she's there to be like the mediator and kind of be like, "Hey, this isn't right."
Yeah, and she's gonna be like trying to make him good.
Exactly.
Like, when can we get like a love interest who's like encourages him to be evil?
I know, or just not have one.
Well, like exactly. I think it cheapens every movie when you have to have like a female like love interest every time. It's just dumb.
I know.
I'm not saying that for like, I don't know, whatever. It's stupid.
It is stupid.
It's stupid. Stop trying to like level out these bad characters.
I know. All right. Then we see again some more cool action that I appreciate, like the bear claw going over somebody's face, or like that was cool.
That was crazy.
I mean, and then the knife going straight down his head, like that. That's just cool.
Yeah.
But then the other stuff is just like the dialogue. So he's like, his brother's like, "How did you turn into this?" It's like, what are you talking about?
The lion, you saw the lion gave me powers. He bled right into my
and then
blood.
Him jumping off, throwing a spear in the helicopter. That was cool. That's realistic. But like. And then him like jumping up and like crawling like he's flipping Sabretooth.
Yeah.
Like that's not
that was wild.
That was so dumb. I didn't like that. But I mean the whole action, like we keep saying, it looks cool. But then, I don't know. And then he gets the spiders crawling down, which is obvious another reference to Spider-Man. Then he's not gonna be in this movie.
He's like must have something to do with Spider-Man.
He says that as they crawl down.
He sees the spiders and he just gets a flashback scene.
At the end credit scene is this is going to be the end credit scene. It's going to be Vulture with his mask down because Michael Keaton's not going to be there, and then it's going to be Jared Leto as Morbius. They're going to book up and be like, "We're starting this team. We need your help.
We need 3 more."
And he's like, and KRAVEN's like, "Why?" And then they go, "We think it has something to do with Spider-Man, but we're not sure."
But we're still forming a team.
And then he's like, "I'm in." Like, what?
Like, why?
That's going to be interesting. 100%. Calling it right now.
Oh, that'd be so.
Oh, man.
Dude, man.
But then we do get my favorite shot of the trailer, which he's full dressed out. He looks like KRAVEN. He's got the torch in the cave. Like, that looks cool. Yeah. That's what the movie should have gone more. Like, more of an adventure hunter kind of thing. I know, dude. That would have been cooler.
Like, hunt a dinosaur or something.
I know. Like, something sick.
Imagine, like, just like him versus like a creepy, like, predator in the woods.
See, I would have enjoyed that.
Honestly, like
more realistic and not give him powers.
You know, yeah.
Unless he like choose the plant like the comics or something like that.
That would have been crazy. I think, man, you already know this plot about to be the worst plot of all time.
I know.
It just from the trailer, it just seems so muddy. And to be honest, I can't tell you why he's doing what he's doing.
I can't either.
Who is his side chick? Why is he crossing off these names on the list? Like, if he's really evil, would he even been doing that?
No.
My guess is he's seeking vengeance for his dead mom, maybe.
I'm guessing that he's just trying to get up to his father. Like, as he gets older, he's trying to kill all the people that were involved in his father's business or whatever.
Well, maybe his father's the bad guy, you're saying?
Well, no, his father's not the bad guy. We're about to see the bad guy here at the end of the trailer, but it's ridiculous.
I don't understand it.
And then you see the crossbow, and that was actually cool. The line that
cool.
like you're standing in him, that was cool. That wasn't bad. And then he kills the guy with the crossbow, and then you get the crossing the list, the female love interest again. She's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Hey, I'm always crazy." And I'm like,
I'm always craving you, baby.
The end of the movie, he's like, "Who are you?" "I'm Craven, the hunter, and I just hunted you." And it ends.
Cuts the black. Yes, man. Dude. Like mid 2000 action music plays in the background.
Yes, dude. Oh man, crazy. And then you get the Sabretooth scene. Oh, that's stupid. He just looks so stupid. Anyway, and then you get a cool scene that I think is kind of cool, and you see where we get the Rhino, which is an actually more comic accurate version of the Rhino. He's popping up. He's actually going to be a Rhino, and I think he's going to be the main villain of this film, which I like, and I think that'd be cool to see. Unless they just sideline him and they're just doing him for like for people to come see the movie. Yeah, that's also a possibility. Like watch him be in the movie like 5 minutes, and then this was just use the trailer.
I would not be surprised.
Like that would make me mad. Sony would do that.
Yeah,
straight up. Anyway, again, this movie just doesn't look the best to me. I'm not really anticipating. It's coming out in October. I don't know. What do you think? Any other final thoughts?
I mean, like you said, in my opinion, this is going to be another Morbius. It's going to be another like 40-50% on Rotten Tomatoes. If it's good, I just don't see much possibility of that.
Let's give it a predicted rating out of 10 real quick. All right. I'm going to say it's going to be a 3 out of 10, to be honest.
I'm going to go maybe 4.
4 out of 10?
Just because of action to Aaron Taylor Johnson, because he looks really, really good.
He does.
And he's a phenomenal actor.
So we'll have to see.
I don't see it, man.
I don't either. It's going to bomb.
I'll just never understand, too, like the difference between Sony's animated and live action stuff. I just don't understand. It's not, I feel like, that hard to make a decent, like, a superhero action movie.
It is really weird when you look into the Spider-Verse and across Spider-Verse, and that's the same studio that made flipping Venom, Let There Be Carnage, Morbius, and now KRAVEN.
Yeah, well, it just shows like, I mean, they took a lot of time with this project, and then they just kind of rush everything else.
I know it's ridiculous, but
these are the most predictable movies of all time.
I agree. Except Venom 1 is the only like exception.
Venom 1 is decent. It's decent. And it's not
great, but it's decent.
It's decent.
It's like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But where the rest are like sub 5. So
I know it is bad. It's pretty bad, isn't it?
It's pretty bad.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, let us know by giving us a review and a download. Here's in the Moment is available on all major podcast platforms, so go ahead and check that out. Why don't you? We have right now our Flash movie breakdown, which came out on Tuesday, and then we'll have our news coming out, on Saturday. So go ahead and check that out. They're hype. I promise. If you want to stay up to date with our news, announcements, updates, check out our Instagram, Heroes in the Moment.
And we just want to thank y'all for listening. And as always, we love you 3000.